Hello everybody and welcome to another video. In this one I'm going to call it residency tips, and the idea here is we're going to go over certain issues that are going to make it easier for you when you're applying for residency in Costa Rica. So in this video I'm going to talk about what's required in order to validate the Social Security letter, and this is for those of you that are applying for Pensionado Residency in Costa Rica based on a Social Security income verification letter. So if you're a retiree from the United States and you're considering moving to Costa Rica and you want to use your Social Security income to qualify you for Pensionado Residency, that is great. You certainly will qualify as long as you have a pension of $1,000 or more from Social Security, then Costa Rica will accept your Pensionado application. Now, there is one catch, and that's what this video is about, and that is that the benefit verification letter issued by Social Security does not have any signatures on it. If you look at the letter, and I'll put one up here on the screen for you, you can see that there's no signature on this letter. Now, in order to submit documents for residency in Costa Rica, the requirement is that those documents issued from abroad, the United States, let's say, require an apostille. An apostille is a validation that that government document has been legally issued and authenticated for use in a foreign country such as Costa Rica. So the way that apostille works is that the signature of the government official that issued that official document is sent to a Secretary of State where the document was issued, and then they will validate the signature of that government official. Now, what happens with the Social Security letter? Well, as I mentioned, there's no signature on it. So the workaround that the Department of Immigration in Costa Rica has been accepting is for you to take that income verification letter, which you obtained from your Social Security Administration office. So once you have that in hand, you're going to have to make an appointment at the U.S. Embassy Consular Section Notary Services at the U.S. Embassy in San José, Costa Rica. Now you say, why? Why do I have to do that? Well, the only way that the Department of Immigration has been accepting Social Security letters without the apostille and that have been sworn to before a U.S. Embassy consular office at the U.S. Embassy by way of a sworn affidavit. So this requires you to obtain an appointment for notary services. Once at the appointment, they're going to present you with the form, and I'll put a link in the description so you can have a view of what that form looks like. But basically, you're going to be handed that form, you're going to fill it out, and then you're going to swear to that form and signing it in front of the U.S. notary consular officer at the U.S. Embassy. So then they're going to turn around and give to you that sworn affidavit with all the valid signatures, notarized, and certifying that you swore under oath that that is your income verification letter, and those are the benefits that you're receiving from Social Security. So this is the workaround that's in place right now. So my suggestion to any of you applying for Pensionado Residency in Costa Rica, be sure you sort this out by getting that appointment at the U.S. Embassy and having that benefit verification letter verified in that manner. This to avoid any delays or any rejections of your Pensionado Residency application before the Department of Immigration in Costa Rica. Now, on the date of your appointment, be sure to bring with you to the U.S. Embassy your passport, the information you're going to need for the affidavit regarding your Social Security information, and that way you'll be all prepared for that appointment. You also have to pay a fee to the Consular Notary Services, so you'll pay that on the spot as well. Now, another very important tip here is when you go to the U.S. Embassy, they're very strict about not allowing any electronics into the building. So, take that precaution so that when you show up there, if you have cell phone, camera, anything electronic, you're not going to be able to bring it into the U.S. Embassy, and they don't have really any way for you to store it there. So just be very aware of that so you don't have any inconveniences when you show up to the embassy. Be sure you don't have any electronics. So let's do a final recap. In order to get your Social Security letter validated for this process, first of all, get your verification letter from the Social Security Administration. 2, make an appointment at the U.S. Embassy in San Jose, Costa Rica, so that you can show up to the embassy to get your letter validated. 3, show up to the embassy with your passport and all the information you're going to need for the verification letter sworn affidavit. And then once you're done, you're good to go. Then that result of that meeting at the embassy, what they're going to give you is the sworn affidavit signed by the notary consul at the embassy. And that document is now being accepted by Costa Rica immigration to satisfy your income, your proof of income requirement for Pensionado Residency. Well, I hope you find the information helpful for you during your process of applying for Pensionado Residency in Costa Rica. If you have any questions or comments, please go ahead and post them in the comment section, and I'll be glad to respond to any questions that you have. Thank you for watching, and don't forget, subscribe to the channel so we can continue to bring you content about moving and retiring, living in Costa Rica.